sudden. He fights sometimes because he has to, but mostly because it's a pleasure to him. 'Sure,' says he, 'that's the way I like to have 'em come.'" "And he went in?" demanded John Mark. "What's wrong with that?" asked Northup anxiously. "Nothing. Go ahead." "Well, in he went to Jerry's room. I listened at the door. I heard him call Jerry, and then Jerry groaned like he was half dead. 'I don't know you,' says Jerry. 'You will before I'm through with you,' says the other. 'Who the devil are you?' asked Jerry. 'Doone is my name,' says he. 'Then go to the devil till 1 o'clock,' says Jerry, 'and come back then if you want to. Here's my time for a beauty sleep.' 'If it's that time,' says Doone, 'you'll have to go ugly today. I'm here to talk.' I heard Jerry sit up in bed. 'Now what the devil's the meaning of this?' he asked. 'Are you awake?' says Doone. 'Yes, but be hung to you,' says Jerry. 'Don't be hanging me,' says Doone. 'You just mark this day down in red. It's a lucky one for you, son.' 'And how d'you mean that?' says Jerry, and I could hear by his voice he was choking, he was that crazy mad. 'Because it's the day you met me,' says Doone. 'That's why it's a lucky one for you.' 'Listen to me,' says Jerry. 'Of all the nervy, cold blooded fakers that ever stepped, you're the nerviest.' 'Thanks,' says Doone. 'I think I am doing pretty well.' 'If I wanted to waste time,' says Jerry, 'I'd get up and throw you out.' 'It's a wise man,' says Doone, 'that does his talking from the other side of a rock.' 'Well,' says Jerry, 'd'you think I can't throw you out?' 'Anyway,' says Doone, 'I'm still here.' I heard the spring squeal as Jerry went bouncing out of bed. For a minute they wrestled and I opened the door. What I see was Jerry lying flat and Doone sitting on his chest, as calm and smiling as you please. I closed the door quick. Jerry's too game a boy to mind being licked fair and square, but, of course, he'd rather fight till he died than have me or anybody else see him give up. 'I don't know how you got there,' says Jerry, 'but if I don't kill you for it later on, I'd like to shake hands with you. It was a good trick.' 'The gent that taught me near busted me in two with the trick of it,' said Doone. 'Suppose I let you up, is there to be handshaking or fighting?' 'My wind is gone for half an hour,' says Jerry, 'and my head is pretty near jarred loose from my spinal column. I guess it'll have to be handshaking today. But I warn you, Doone,' he says, 'some day I'll have it all out with you over again.' 'Any time you mention,' says Doone, 'but if you landed that left when you rushed in I would have been on the carpet instead of you.' And Jerry chuckles, feeling a pile better to think how near he had come to winning the fight. 'Wait till I jump under the shower,' says Jerry, 'and I'll be with you again. Have you had breakfast? And what has brought you to me? And who the devil are you, Doone? Are you out of the West?' He piles all the questions pretty thick and fast at Doone, and then I seen right off that him and Doone had made up to be pretty thick with each other, so I went away from the door and didn't listen any more. In about a half an hour out they walk, arm in arm, like old pals." It was perfectly clear to John Mark that Ronicky had come there purposely to break the link between him and young Jerry Smith. It was perfectly plain why he wanted to do it. "How much does Jerry owe me?" he asked suddenly. The other drew out a pad and calculated for a moment. "$7,842," he announced with a grin as he put back the pad. "That's what he's sold himself for up to this time." "Too much in a way and not enough in another way," replied John Mark. "Listen, if he comes back, which I doubt, keep him here. Get him away from Ronicky. Dope him, dope them both. In any case, if he comes back here, don't let him get away. You understand?" "Nope, but I don't need to understand. I'll do it." John Mark nodded and turned toward the door. End of chapter 17.